I could do it again, any of my kids would do it. I wouldn't let them do it.
I feel fully clothed now, as someone made.
I go home and sleep at night and hearing that stick pounding in my head.
This is a tale that spans 2 worlds and 2 ages. A tradition from times of ancient Samoan culture is becoming part of the present. Samoan-born Suluape Patalo is a dedicated teacher and the vice principal of a major Samoan Catholic college. But he also has another life. It is in a totally different world. Suluape is a leading artist and a craftsman in the age-old tradition of tattooing.
I decided when I was a young man to become a champion for the revival of this ancient custom of tattooing. The tattooing of a young man was once considered a ritual of special significance, the mark of his entry into manhood. In earliest times, only the chiefs and their sons were permitted to be tattooed. Later, the practice extended to untitled people. Now, anyone can share this tradition. Families are very important to the Samoan. Knowledge and traditional skills are handed down through the generations. It's my hope that one of my children will inherit an interest in the art of tattooing. My uncle was a leading Samoan tattooist. The dye for tattooing is made from 2 elements, soot and ink. We collect the soot scrapings from a tin can heated over a fire. Once, the soot was obtained from the burnt inner sides of a nutshell. We mix this with ink made from the seed of the candlenut tree. It is then strained. The tattooing combs are dipped into this stain. The sharp teeth of the comb are then tapped into the flesh with a short wooden mallet. The ink enters the skin as it is punctured. It is a painful process. It can take a month or more to recover, but there must be pain for the tradition to have meaning. Nowhere else in the Pacific is tattooing performed in this traditional way. It is a symbol of courage. It was also a sign of status. I believe it still has that status in today's society. Teaching in a church college and practicing as a tattooist would have created an impossible conflict in the days of the early missionaries. Then, the church forbade tattooing as a heathen practice. These days, most churches accept the tradition. I have even known a priest to be tattooed. The teeth of the tattooing combs are made from boar's tusk or bone. The combs are fastened to a piece of tortoise shell and attached to a wooden handle. It is important to keep the teeth sharp. A set of instruments can include up to 12 tools of varying widths. The narrow combs are used for fine detail. The broad combs, which may have 60 teeth, are used for the large, dark areas of the tattoo. A full tattoo is planned in 8 stages. To leave halfway is considered a disgrace. My apprentices, or solo, pull the skin taut in order that I can make the straight lines I had previously marked out. In the course of healing, the newly tattooed men must keep washing and squeezing the patterned flesh. This reduces inflammation and infection. It also helps the clarity of the ultimate design. We employ traditional designs which are composed of the symmetrical use of patterns. But no two tattoos are the same, and I sometimes experiment with new designs. Patterns can be based on animals or plants, the rafters of a Samoan house or the curve of a canoe. A full male tattoo covers the legs, buttocks, stomach and back.
So far, I've been here 3 weeks already. And it's like a 4-hour session, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. It's painful. All that was in my mind at the time that I was getting hit with a stick. It's not a needle. It's done by pig's teeth, and they're pretty sharp. And each time you get hit, you can feel that stick pound.
In times past, I was given the name Tufunga, which is accorded the same respect as that given to a matai or chief. A ceremony is customary on the completion of the tattoo. It may have taken 8 days or even 8 months. I was tattooed when I was 17. It was done over the period of 1 year. Samoan men who live abroad often come back to Samoa to have their tattoo. They feel the need to make this pilgrimage to revitalize their traditional background. The solo anoint the men with coconut oil in the course of the ceremony. Now follows the presentation of fine mats to me. This was one of the highest traditional forms of gift giving and honoring a Samoan. In today's world, fine mats are still greatly prized. Outside the fale, the kola or taufale so'o acknowledges these gifts for me. But my real reward is to restore to Samoans a true sense of their identity.
In a modern world where we have discarded so many of our traditions and our rites of passage, there is little opportunity in everyday life to take on the role of a hero. The tattooing of the Samoan male is, for him, a symbol of bravery and manhood. His life has changed. It has a new meaning. He may live an ordinary life, but he now wears, for as long as he lives, the clothing of courage.